What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the DA's Asylum. I'm your warden, Dimitri Shrine, and today I'm actually making my video while I'm drinking my coffee instead of afterwards. So, sweet coffee. So, as you guys know, from the title of the video, we're talking about LOE, right? And why Lineage of Evil is the best non-meta team in the game right now. And you also probably noticed that I started this video up by doing some equipment stuff, and that is because I want an S rank of this Awakened Equip right here, although I want the Strike Attack slot because this slot will be really good for this cooler right here. So why do I believe that Lineage of Evil is the best non-meta team? So realistically, Lineage of Evil actually has 4 Zenkais by this point. But 2 of them just aren't really all that great. Like, you almost never see Yellow Frieza or Red Metal Cooler on LOE teams. The only Zenkais you see are the blue ones, Cooler and the EX Frieza, which is completely understandable. There's still debate over whether EX Frieza is just straight up better than Cooler. Honestly, yeah, he's a better unit than Cooler, but Cooler provides more to the team than Frieza does, which is why I'm not currently using him. But if you just take a look at all of their kits, and by the way, I actually use Purple Cooler as my purple unit and not LF Frieza, because Purple Cooler just does more for me. He's actually still really good at tanking. Like, I would say Purple Cooler is, honestly, yeah, I would say he is the only unit in the game currently that is not a Zenkai that can take a hit from a Zenkai. Drink some more of my coffee. But yeah, I would say Purple Cooler, after transformation of course, is the only unit in the game capable of taking a hit from a Zenkai. And the fact that he's probably over a year old by this point is quite impressive. Now, his damage can be a little bit lackluster before he gets hit a few times. But, I mean, when he does get hit, he's giving you the 16 treatment. Like, he's buffing up your allies, then double buffing himself. He does have some reduced damage when he enters the battlefield. I mean, like, this character is really good. Like, you guys should be using this character, unless you have, like, 6-7 star LF Frieza, right? By that point, yeah, just use LF Frieza. LF Frieza will take hits just as well as Cooler will at that star level. But if you're like me, I don't even know why I'm here, but if you're like me and you're rocking, 3-star LF Frieza, have him on the bench. Definitely have him on the bench. His ability is good. 24% to Lineage of Evil or Frieza Force Strike and Blast Attack. Damn good. But if you're rocking a 6-7 star, LF Frieza, just run him. One of the biggest reasons why this team is so stupid, though, is because of the combination of Blue Cooler and Red Frieza. Red Frieza is just ridiculous, and it baffles me that they even bothered releasing Metal Cooler, because honestly, I think this Red Frieza is the first and hopefully only unit to ever have a kit so good that he is immune to power creep. Like, genuinely, I honestly believe that this Frieza is completely immune to power creep simply because of the kit that he has. Even when he gets old and his stats aren't good anymore, he will still find use simply because of these absolutely atrociously good stats. Like, it's almost abilities. It's almost insulting how good they made this guy. Like, he's easily better than pretty much any of the anniversary units. Just crazy. If only he wasn't red and still got beat up by Vegito Blue. But it's like, he gets increased damage based on the amount of Dragon Balls you have. And his green card can steal a Dragon Ball, but not just once. He can infinitely steal Dragon Balls and has a 100% chance of inflicting paralysis and cancels your enemy buffs so that they're not immune to the paralysis. Because it doesn't say cancel enemy attribute upgrades. No, cancel enemy buffs. That means the things that make you immune to shit as well. So, whew. This guy is incredibly dumb. Massive pierce on his super with blast armor. 100% chance to cause heavy bleed. And he just entirely ignores cover cut on it. And then his ultimate heals him by 40%, destroys all your cards, and cancels all your attribute upgrades. Like, when you combine those things with Blue Cooler, who's giving you crit buffs, bro, that's just insane. It's just insane. And then I actually have specific equipment that I use for Frieza. The equipment I use on Frieza is there for a reason. So this one is 17% blast attack, 12% strike defense, and 17% special move damage. That's a lot of special move damage for a character who already has massive impact and ignores cover cut. Or not even just cover cut, just sustained damage cut in general. This one, I got both attacks here because he's actually pretty good. He's just a really good offensive unit. And then this one, we've got more special move damage. So we got strike defense, special move damage, blast defense, and then blast attack when green or purple. It's a battle member. Green or purple will always be a battle member because my team is always either Blue Cooler, Purple Cooler, and Frieza, or Blue Cooler, Metal Cooler, and Frieza. So there will always be one of those two colors on my team. So it makes sense. And this guy's getting like damn near 30% to a special move damage through these equips. On top of the crit buffs, what is it? Right here. On top of this 35% damage and 30% the crit rate that he's getting, it's absolutely ridiculous. On top of this ability, where he's debuffing the enemy every single time he uses a strike arts. So like you switch into Frieza, do a super, it is going to hurt. Frieza can damn near one-shot any unit in the game without Cooler. With Cooler, it's a done deal. You're dead. It's literally if he crits with a super, I don't even care if you have type advantage. Like genuinely, I have like 70%ed Zenkai 7 Blue Gokus with that super. It is absurd. It is absurdly strong. This team is ridiculous. So that combination alone makes this team really good. But let's move on to the green Metal Cooler. You know, at first I wasn't that big a fan of green Metal Cooler, but I've since grown to like him a lot. He gets health back on both of his cards, both of his basic attacking cards, which is really good. Just major explode damage, but it does cancel all buff effects one time and has a 20% chance to inflict feint. So if you're dealing with a particularly pesky character that likes to stack attribute upgrades, you can just go ahead and use that. And then this, I actually did not know that this green card locked the opponent in for 2 counts. I thought it just had blast armor, restored the key, and then gave you the strike card. But I actually did not know that it inflicted all enemies with 2 substitution counts. So that you can actually like really leverage that. Like you can put yourself in a situation where you try and like time when your opponent can switch, and then at the last second use the green card to inflict just a little bit more damage. It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing. And then his ultimate deals massive explode. You know, a portion of the damage dealt. Others on standby. It's like the green Metal Cooler isn't some groundbreaking unit, but one of the best things he's got going is plus 25% the damage inflicted against Super Saiyans. Bardock teams are everywhere right now, and this guy is damn near mandatory for them, because not only does he have type advantage over the Bardock itself, but he's got increased damage against Super Saiyans as a whole. So whenever I run into blue, purple, this guy's coming. And this guy just destroys them. Like, I don't even care that I can't really bring full power Frieza because the Red Frieza just kills the purple units. It's absolutely stupid. Absolutely dumb. Now, I don't bring full power Frieza. He's just there because he provides double defenses for the team, and I don't have another double attack buff for LOE. Trust me, I wish I did. Oh, I mean, I do. I have Golden Frieza, but I don't know. I would kind of just like to have a full team instead of 2 purples and 2 greens, god damn it. At least make it look like I have a full team. I just wish full power Frieza had gotten the Zenkai, man. Oh no. More of my coffee. But we've talked about everyone. Let's move on to Big Daddy himself. The glue that holds this team together. Blue Cooler. This guy has no right to still be as good as he is. I get it, he's a Zenkai unit, right? But he still has no right to be as good as he is, like a year after his Zenkai came out. He's insane. He's absolutely insane. Blast armor on the strike card. Reduce enemy ki by 50 and cannot be nullified by most other supers. Strike damage up to 60% and changes blast to strike. That's just a permanent buff. That's a permanent buff. Yeah, it can be canceled, but you can just get it right back. Massive Explode, 40% to ultimate damage. Draw special arts next. He draws a green card with his ultimate. You want to know someone who really appreciates green cards? This guy. This guy right here really appreciates it when you draw him some green cards. This Cooler just has ridiculous synergy with everyone on the goddamn team. And in terms of changing all of your blast to strike, say you're trying to run this Cooler right here. He definitely wants some blast cards, or some strike cards. He doesn't want the blast cards. So you change them all. Just change them all to strike. Switch out, boom. Now Cooler's got a full hand of strikes and the crit buffs that he can just use. This Cooler has amazing synergy with everybody. Reduces damage off his main ability. Just good. Not amazing. Kind of just wish he had that, but you know, it's whatever. He does get buffs for entering the battlefield when there's Lineage of Evil members in your party. 40% the damage inflicted, -5 to strike, blast, and special arts, and 50% to ki recovery. Like, what? What? That's damage. That's damage, my guy. Then he gets these buffs, and they're for 20 counts, so you can realistically swap out. And if you swap back in, the second Cooler can come back in. He's still got these buffs. He gets these buffs. So imagine that on top of this. On top of Zenkai 7 stats. And he's constantly debuffing the enemy, making them take more damage. It's not as good as 21's, but it's there. And then every single time he evades something with a vanishing step, restores ki, 15% strike damage, reduced damage received by 20%. So, which means if you've already popped your main ability, you're taking like 45% less damage after you vanish something. Nothing is killing you at that point. Because you're a Zenkai 7 unit, right? 45% reduced damage. Goddamn Zenkai 7 unit. This guy is ridiculous. Guy's absolutely ridiculous. And genuinely, I would say the only essential Zenkai on this team. But that's the crazy part. Because the EX Frieza exists, you don't even need to spend your crystals on Cooler. Yes, I think Cooler does provide more for the team than EX Frieza does. But I think as a standalone unit, EX Frieza is just straight better than Cooler. So if you just want like pure damage output, if you just want every unit to just be obscenely good, you just run EX Frieza. And he's free. He's absolutely free. So if you don't have the crystals to spend on Metal Cooler, you could just get Frieza. And he's an absolute monster. So I don't know what else to tell you. Like, truth be told, this team only needs one Zenkai. Only one. To really compete and actually, you know, beat some of the top tier teams. If that doesn't convince you that Lineage of Evil is the best non-meta unit or non-meta team, because obviously LOE isn't the meta right now. It's not, you know, one of the top 3 or even top 5 teams in the game. They just simply don't have the Zenkai units to hold them up to that standard, but they're absolutely capable of beating all of them up, even though they're not recognized as a meta team. So, I do hope I managed to convince you that Lineage of Evil is the best non-meta team in Dragon Ball Legends right now. If you don't have any of these units, try going after them, honestly. Red Frieza should be here on the next step up. Just saying. I'm going to start multi-Z powering these guys up. I'm going to get Red Frieza to 7 stars. Actually, I might just keep Z powering him up till he's at like 9. And then I'll probably focus on getting Blue Cooler up to 14. That's probably what's going to end up happening. Because Lineage of Evil, and on top of everything, by the way, Lineage of Evil is actually fun to play. Unlike Androids or Sun Family or Super Saiyans, this team's actually fun. So, there's that little tidbit as well. Anyway, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that join button if you can. It really does help the channel out. All the links you could ever want are in the description down below. And I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum for the next video. Peace.